Hi Capricorn, welcome to June. This is Teresa from Tarot by T, and I'm getting ready to do your June TarotScope. Before I do that, I want to ring some bells and create some sacred space. Call in some good energy for this reading. And I want to say thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel, and also thank you for your comments, for taking the time out. I really appreciate hearing feedback. And for those of you who have ordered readings, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's been a pleasure to work with you. And if you'd like a private reading, you can just visit my website at tarotbyt.com. The link is in the description below this video. So, let's see what's going on with Capricorns. We have a full moon in Sag, so that's falling in this month, and that will be on the 9th. That's falling in your second house. No, what am I saying? In your 12th house. Sorry. So you might be, that's a healing moon. You might have been taking some time out to recharge and might be dealing with some psychological issues that have been holding you back, but that's coming to a head. There also, because full moons sometimes bring up secrets, there could be some secrets that are revealed at this time, or you're going to see some insights into things that have been hidden from you. So you might find out some information. Then there's a new moon in Cancer, which would fall in your, well, normally it would be the 7th house, but because it's early degrees of Cancer, it might even happen in your 6th house. So that could either be a new beginning in work or health, like you might start a new health regimen, or if it falls in your 7th house, it will be a new beginning in relationship. This is going to be a healing moon. This new moon in Cancer will be on the 23rd. So, and that's connected to Mercury. So you might have a healing conversation with someone where you tell someone how you really feel, either in a work situation or in a relationship situation. So, let's see what's coming up for Capricorn. What is coming up for the month of June? What does Capricorn need to know about love and life? The 8 of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the 9 of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the 3 of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, the Chariot, the 7 of Wands, and the King of Swords. Okay, so starting out, you have the 8 of Pentacles. So you're working on a career path. This is more of a career reading than a love reading, although there is some, I see this more career oriented, I'm sorry. So I have to just tell you. You've been working on maybe changing the direction of your career. You might be even focusing on learning some new skills because you want to improve your situation. With the Knight of Swords here, now it could also, in a relationship, it could be, the Knight of Swords is someone who's wanting to just jump into something without thinking. So you want to think about, there might be some opportunities coming up in June for you to partner, to work within a group or a team on a project, and you want to give it some thought before you jump into it. Because the Knight of Swords is impatient energy. So you might be just like, I'm just wanting something different. I want change. And you may jump into something without thinking and without actually seeing where you're going. So you want to really don't just do something on impulse. Don't do something because you're angry, as a reactive behavior. Like you might get angry with someone and you want to just jump, And that could be in a relationship as well. So if you're in a relationship and you've been kind of developing this relationship, someone may do something that angers you and you may feel like, oh, I'm out of here. you know, and I'm just going to jump into something new just for this, because I just can't take anymore. You want to, don't avoid impulsive behavior in June. In the past, you have this Nine of Swords. So you've been kind of worried about something. Maybe someone's health. Maybe there's someone around you who hasn't been feeling well. And you've been wondering, you know, you've just been stressing. You've been under a lot of mental stress. It could also just be you worrying over things that may never happen. Sometimes the Nine of Swords, we imagine problems that don't exist. So if you've been, you know, worried about stuff that's out of your control, don't worry about it. You know, cross the bridges when you come to them. Don't make yourself worry over things that may never happen. You might have been having some problems with a female. Well, the Queen of Cups could be male or female, but it's a water sign. You might be having problems with someone who maybe you're not seeing eye to eye with this person. Maybe you feel like this person's unrealistic. They're too idealistic or unrealistic. They live in a dream world. And Capricorns are very practical. So you might be involved with someone who is very psychic, very intuitive, very creative, very imaginative. And maybe this person, they just like to live in a dream world. They don't like to deal with reality. And they have a tendency to dwell on the past and be stuck in the past. So if you're having issues with someone like that, you might be worried about the relationship and what the future of the relationship is. And so a part of you might be thinking, maybe I should just, you know, take the first thing that comes and just jump and go into something new. But I feel like this issue, whatever you're having with this person, who could be a water sign, which could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, this is going to pass. This is going to fade out. As long as you take the advice of not, don't overreact. Don't get involved in drama or arguments. You know, like don't do something spontaneous that's going to wind up hurting you. Do things after you've given things a lot of consideration, and look at what's real. You may be hearing information that may not be real. So you want to check all the facts. You want, you know, it could be that someone's embellishing. That's what I'm getting at. Someone heard something and might be embellishing the story. So you want to make sure that whatever you're hearing is based in fact before you react to it or respond to it. Three of Wands in your future, there could be some work partnership or team effort that's coming up in June. And you may have to learn some new skills, or you might have to be open to new ways of doing things. Because the Page of Pentacles is the student card, so that's telling me that you're looking to advance in your career, and you're looking to grow and to learn. So you might have an opportunity for some type of training, and that's going to be good for you. The only issue is you're trying to make a decision. You have the Seven of Cups here, which you're stuck in the choices. Maybe you're evaluating your life path and you're wondering, you know, what path do I go in? Do I stay in this relationship? Do I move on to a different relationship? Or do I stay in this career path, this job? Do I move towards something new? You're kind of like stuck with you're dreaming about all the options, but you're not taking action. So you have to, and I think fear has been holding you back, because this is in your fear sector. So at some point, you just have to make a decision, make a choice. It's like you're avoiding the choice for some reason. And again, it's repeated with the Chariot. This is the card that shows up in your environment. You've been scattering your energy. You've been trying a lot of different things, trying to figure out, you know, what's really going to speak to you. And you're not really focused, so you kind of have your fingers in too many pies. You've been spreading yourself too thin. This is a card of discipline and focus, so you have to say no. You can't say yes to every opportunity that comes across your path in June. You have to really stop and think, what do I really want? What is the path that's going to give me the most satisfaction? And that is true in relationship as well as career. So in a relationship, you might be dealing with someone who's kind of selfish. And they do things without thinking. And they don't consider other people's feelings when they act. So you might be dealing with someone who only takes care of themselves and they don't care about how their actions affect you. So you're going to have to set some boundaries with this person. As you see, you have the Seven of Wands here. This is setting boundaries, standing up for what you believe in, communicating your needs, and taking, being firm. It's also a card of figuring out, is this thing the right thing for me? Maybe I need to, well, at least you should try and set boundaries in the relationship and see how it goes. But you're going to be doing some thinking, because you have this King of Swords here, where you're going to be trying to separate what's real from what's not real. So maybe you've been working on a goal and you've been idealizing the goal, thinking, oh, well, when this works out, I'm going to have this, this, and this. But maybe it's not real. Maybe whatever you're over-idealizing either a relationship or a career path. And it's not, and if it's not giving you what you need, you may have to decide what direction you want to go in. You might shift gears a little bit so that you can get on the right track. Because the Eight of Pentacles is the apprentice card. So you're going to be learning some new things in June. I feel like you're going to be learning, like you're going to be working on a new project where your skills are going to have to be upgraded in some way. And so that part's going to be exciting because you're going to be learning. And it will take away from the worry. You've been really worried about your situation. So I think you're going to wrap yourself up into your career, I think. All the while you're trying to decide on a relationship. This is what's happening. So you're in a relationship and you're not sure if it's the right one for you because of you're not getting all your needs met by this relationship. But you have been afraid to make a decision about it, so you're throwing yourself in your work as a way of avoiding making the decision. And this is a card of saying you have to really separate the fact from the fantasy. You have to really look realistically at your options and do the thing that's the most practical, that's going to give you the most return on your energy, return on your investment in a sense. Like, they say, spend 20% of your energy for 80% of the return. Don't waste your time on things, meaningless things. So I feel like you're going to have to make a choice in a relationship. You're going to have to make a decision about a relationship, where you want to take it. Do you want to take it in a different direction? Do you want to, if you have several options in terms of relationships, because with the Seven of Cups, sometimes you could have more than one person that you could develop into a relationship, but you can't have them all, so you have to make a choice. You have to focus on one thing that you think is going to be the right choice. And to do that, you're going to have to look realistically at your options. Look at the facts. Don't go by your emotions. Look at what's real. Don't go by what you imagine to be real. Because I think you're letting your emotions get in the way of, it's like what you want to happen rather than what's real, than what really is there. And you don't have a problem, Capricorns don't have a problem with discipline or focus. When a Capricorn has a goal, they know how to go for it. They know how to, not let anything sidetrack them from their goal, and they're going to work toward that goal. Your problem is that you haven't made the decision. You haven't committed. You haven't made that commitment. You're still in the choice mode. So I think in June you're going to have to make a choice. You're going to have to make a commitment or make a decision of what direction you want to go in. And then you can apply all that focus and discipline towards success. But you're really kind of like at the beginning stages with this career path. So it's not going to be overnight success. It's something you're going to have to work toward. But you do have the upper hand. You have the Seven of Wands here. So whatever obstacles you're facing, you can overcome them. You can overcome them by looking at things realistically, choosing discipline and focus, making a choice, first of all. And don't get caught up in a fantasy of what, you might have this, we all have this dream. We have this beautiful dream. Everything that we try to accomplish starts off with a dream. You envision a goal and how it's going to turn out. And sometimes, as you're on the path, things turn out differently, or the reality is a little different than the dream. And I think that's what you're kind of experiencing right now. You're seeing the reality. And so that it may need an adjustment. Your path, your course may need an adjustment because of the reality that you're seeing. So things very rarely work out exactly as we envision them, but you know, you make adjustments as you go along. Everything's a work in progress. So, you know, and that's where you're at. You're at the beginning stages of creating something. And as long as you're open to learning, and I think you are, you're open to the new and you're open to learning, your main issue is to make that choice. You can't, because you can't have it all. You can't spread yourself. You know, you might be wanting to do everything, and so you're not progressing on anything. So you need to drop some things. If something is a distraction, you have to, so if you're working on 2 different projects, you may have to drop one of them and say, you know what, this is not taking me where I want to go. I'm going to focus on this one. Whether it's a relationship, you're choosing between 2 people, or even more people, or whether it's a career path, it's going to involve making a choice and then committing to that choice and looking at things realistically, and then you will achieve your goal. And setting your boundaries, standing your ground for what you believe in, and you can overcome any obstacle. I mean, you have that ability. Capricorns have this wonderful ability to overcome obstacles. They just have to figure out where they want to go, and they can get there. And they don't care if it takes years. They have that vision, they have that goal, they're going to get there. So I think in June you'll be making that choice. You'll be charting your course in June. You'll be starting to see the reality of a situation, whether it's relationship or career, and then you'll know what direction to go in. Once you make that choice, then you can just pour your energy along that path. So stop, you have to get out of the dream mode and get into the real world. The rubber has to meet the road in June. So take action in June. We've got some good energy for new beginnings. Especially, let's see, you have Capricorn. Yeah, you have this new moon coming up at the end of June. So once you make your decision, I think what's going to happen is, with the Sagittarius full moon, you're going to see the truth about certain situations. So truths are going to come up. And once you see the truth, you're going to know what to decide. And then you have that beautiful new moon on the 23rd to implement the new path. So once you make that choice, then you could use the new moon and the energy of the new moon to follow that path towards success. So I wish you luck and I wish you love. And I know you're going to make the right choice, because Capricorns are very practical. As an earth sign, you know, you just have to use your intellect in June. Look at the facts, look at what's real, and make your decision based on fact. Make your decision based on the behavior of others, not the words of others. You might be dealing with someone who's a good communicator. You know, with the sword signs, you could be dealing with an air sign. So that could be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And if not the actual sign, then it's someone who's good with words, good with communication. And you might be having to tap into your own analytical abilities. You're going to be using analysis. So go by what people do, not what they say. And you will be able to make the right choices. So I wish you luck, Capricorn, and I wish you much success, and I will talk to you again in July. Thank you, Capricorn.